Good morning, all of you. I am Dr. Shahin, and today I will teach you Maya Angelou's poem Case Board, one of the most important writers from Afro and America. So, today I will talk about Case Board. She, she has used the metaphor of two birds in this poem, a free bird and a caged bird. So, let me talk first of all about the personal life of Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou is an Afro-American female writer, right? She suffered a painful life in her childhood days. When her father abandoned her, she was raped by her mother's friend, Mr. Freeman. The rapist was convicted but was let off. The metaphor of two birds, a free bird and a caged bird. And the metaphor, the case, refers to the cultural and historical oppression of the Afro-American community, the enslavement of Africans in the United States, which ended in 1865. This poem, Caged Bird, is taken from Angelou's volume of poetry, Shaker, Why Don't You Sing, which was published in 1983. In this poem, we find a deeper connection between the personal painful experience of Angelou as a woman, the image of a case, and the idea of singing. The early childhood traumatic life made her turn inward, preferring self-imposed silence over speech. And this silence was also a case at the same time. She found herself as caged twice over as a black Afro-American and next as a woman. It was a situation like case within case. She firmly believes that black men and women free themselves by finding their voices, as she herself did in Songs of Freedom. In the first stanza of the poem, she talks about the unrestricted life, easy lifestyle, and carefree life of the free bird. As she says, a free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends, and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. Right? So she here talks about the free lifestyle and unrestricted life of the free bird, right? So here the freedom of the bird is effortless. He floats till the current ends and dips his wing in the orange sun rays because he has that type of freedom and dares to claim the sky. So what does he do? He dips his wings in the orange sunlight. He keeps flying in the sky without a destination in mind and dares to claim the sky as his own because he is completely free. He has the ownership of the sky because he is a free bird. This stanza, the first stanza, refers to the metaphor of freedom and refers to those white people who enjoyed this privilege of freedom as against people of color who suffered a lot and had a restricted life, unfree life. Now I come to second stanza. In the second stanza of this poem, Angelo describes the suffocating life of her caged bird, which is a contrast to the free bird. A caged bird is only able to stalk down his little cage. he moves in a way that shows that he is angry, offended, and oppressed. The cage is too narrow to the bird. Its wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he can do no physical activity except singing through his throat. He can hardly see through his bars of rays. The bars reflect the rays within. The bird feels helpless and angry. He feels trapped, sees no way out. In this stanza, Angelo draws our attention to the plight of the Black Americans who encountered discrimination and oppression for a long time. Right? Now I come to third stanza. I explain it in the third stanza. Angelo describes the caged bird who is singing in the cage. Now the bird who is caged is singing in the cage. The caged bird sings with a fearful tree. The word trill here refers to quick and high pitched notes. What is fearful of it? The bird is perhaps fearful because it is nervous, it is unsure of his future and his future living inside the cage. Oppression and enslavement are the things he has only known. Now, the caged bird, he doesn't know whether he will ever be free. He is just thinking of the things unknown because freedom is the thing unknown to the caged bird but longed for it. What he longed for? He longs for freedom. Freedom is the thing unknown to the caged bird. Still he sings the song of freedom. His song is heard on the distant hills because the caged bird sings the song of freedom. What? The song of freedom. The bird is telling the world that he will not now tolerate the oppression or restricted life quietly. So he opens his throat to sing the song of freedom. In this stanza, Angelo overall recalls the struggle of the Afro-Americans who fought for their civil rights and equality, right? Now, in the fourth stanza, Angelo describes the facilities and possibilities of the free bird. For a free bird, this world is full of possibilities and aspirations. A free bird, after floating down the back of the wind, thinks of another breeze and trends winds blowing softly through the trees. So he also hears the sighs of the trees as the wind passes through them. So this is a moment of joy and encouragement for him. A free bird thinks of the fat worms that it feeds on waiting for him on a down bright lawn. He has the freedom of eating the food waiting for him and he gets it easily and that's why he claims the ownership of sky. Now in the fifth stanza, she says that a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. A caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. The death of dreams is a consequence of the bird's enslavement as well as a condition of his existence. His dream ends up in the nightmare and and still he is able to dream. So the word shout here represents the emotion and frustration that emerges from his life, which is full of confinement and deprivation. In the last stanza of the poem, the poet Maya Angelou, she repeats the third stanza. The caged bird sings with a fearful tree. Freedom is the thing unknown to the caged bird as he talked in the third stanza, and yet he sings the song of freedom. His tune is heard on the distant hill because the caged bird sings the song of freedom. The caged bird sings the song of freedom Angelo uses the contrasting metaphor, a caged bird and a free bird, to tell the world that freedom is the most necessary thing to bring equality in a society. So I hope you would have understood clearly this poem, Maya Angelou's Caged Bird. So thanks for today. We meet in the next class.